Oh,
Yeah, hang on. I'm just texting Archer.
you're fine.
He's in the shower, so if you hear music blasting, that's
You know what?
he,
Love that for him.
he did have the Wicked for Good soundtrack blasting in there. So,
What did you enjoy it?
oh yeah, it was really, really good. I loved it.
Good, because I'm going to see it probably on my break. I don't know. I really want to see it though, so I was hoping that it was not going to be disappointing.
No, I mean, I think that just like with like seeing it performed live, there's obviously like a tonal shift, obviously, in between
Yeah.
the first and second half. Um, but I think that they handled that really well.
Okay. That's what I wanted to hear. I wanted to hear that like I wasn't going to crash out in the movie theater.
Oh no, you should be fine.
Okay, so I don't know like the vibe going into this live because you cryptically texted me and then obviously I texted you back after I
Mhm.
had finished, but I don't know if it's like a good or bad thing.
Okay, well, I mean, if you want to get straight to it, so yeah, I texted you that this was going to be a pretty short live. And I said that because this is a pretty average run of the mill book that doesn't garner strong opinions one way or the other for me.
Okay, that's okay. That's what I was hoping you were gonna say because I finished it and I was kind of just like, okay.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know.
Yeah, you finished. Okay, so we're talking about Chasing the Wild by Elliot Rose. And yeah, I read Elliot Rose once before this, and it was her like dark, I think it was mafia, like secret society. It was Why Choose.
Okay.
It had like revenge in it, I think. Um, and I think I liked that better than this one. Not to say that I didn't like this. Um,
Yeah.
I just okay. Before I get into my thoughts,
Okay.
uh, so I'm gonna do the trigger warnings, the content warnings, and this is based off of like the author's list.
Okay.
So there's depictions of death of parent slash grandfather. That's off page. It's kind of just mentioned. Um, Off page suicide, blood, hunting, guns, injured cattle, animal harm, mental health discussions. There's panic attacks on page. There's negligent parents off page. Um, there's a side character, the female main character's aunt. She has dementia. That is just kind of mentioned in passing, but it's not represented on page. Um, Unwanted pregnancy, it's in the past, it's off page. Drug addiction, again, past and off page. And discussion of sexual assault, off page. And like it's discussed as like it's been it's hinted at that this like these two brothers um do this, but they haven't been caught or convicted of such things yet. So yeah, that's all I got. It's quite a long list for a contemporary,
Yeah.
if you ask me. Um, I gave it a 4 stars,
Yeah. I gave
and
it a 4. I gave it a 4 as well.
yeah, and I gave the Spice 3.5. Um, so yeah, I think one of the things that made it not like a 5 star for me, and it's funny because this is something that you have brought up more than once, and I've argued against it. This didn't need to be as long as it was.
Yes, Because guess what? I was bringing that up again tonight, and I was like, I already know what Jess is gonna say, but I don't care because why is this over 400 pages?
Yeah, I'm Team Kyan on this one. You win. Okay, you win with this one.
This
I
one, yeah,
because there is like no real conflict outside of the fact that um the main male character is like having a lot of internal conflict because he's like he already feels like a shitty dad because he wasn't a part of his son's life. But now he's feeling like extra shitty because he was first lusting after the ex-girlfriend and now he's sleeping with her. Um,
yeah,
outside of that, and I guess like there's no like real conflict here to make it make sense that it's 400 plus pages for me. Um, and you could argue that there doesn't really need to be one in a contemporary romance. I mean, that's true, I guess, for some people, and it does work in some cases for me. Um, but there was nothing that helped move this along or like keep up a really good pace for me.
yeah. I just, and it's also too like I'm coming off of reading two romantasy books that were like 500 plus pages, and there was a reason for that because like they're first in a series and like they're kind of world building and building the plot that goes into the rest of the
Mhm.
trilogy. And I know that this one's the first one in like the standalone series, but I just kind of felt like we were just kind of like moving and grooving with this couple, but I wasn't really sure like the direction we were going in. And then, like you said, like the biggest problem they had was that he was the ex's dad,
Yeah.
but also too having been estranged from his son. Maybe this makes me a bad person, but like, why does it matter if you date your son's ex?
Especially when he's proven time and time again to be a shitty person.
Yeah, so it's like if your son was this really great person, you guys had like a really great relationship, and you didn't want to ruin that, I would understand being skeptical or like holding yourself back. But neither of those things are true about this relationship between dad and son. So that conflict to me felt just I don't want to say pointless, but it did feel pointless to me because it wasn't like he was worrying about like ruining that relationship.
Yeah, it was paper thin.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that the author like I don't want to say overused it, but I think that she did here. It was if it had been a situation of like um let's just say that Case, the son slash ex-boyfriend in question,
Mm-hmm.
stayed the same. If he had been constantly in the picture and they were having to like sneak around or do something like that, I think even that might have added just another like extra level.
Yeah.
um I just it felt like it was made to be such a big deal for Case not to be more in the book than he was, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, like I just felt like he didn't pop. Like it wasn't like they were living together and the dad came to stay with them and then they had broken up and hadn't moved away and they were constantly having to like dodge him.
Yeah, I think if it was a if it had been a conflict where I kind of cared about the side character,
Yeah.
then maybe, but because Case is already a shitty person and he had treated Layla so shittily, um I kind of was like, well, who cares if your feelings are hurt? And so this problem is pretty much non-existent to me.
Mhm. And that's kind of how I felt about it too. And then it was like the hang up on the age gap, which usually does happen in an age gap romance. So it's like, I'm
Mhm.
not here to bang on that because it does take time for at least one of the characters to be okay with the fact that there is an age gap between the two of them, right? So, but it was like the forced conflict about the son and the age gap being a conflict for me that I was like, okay. I believe
Yeah.
the age gap one more than I believe the son.
Yeah. I feel like the quote unquote villain of the book, or villains,
Yeah.
being the Pearson brothers, I think that was a much better use of like some kind of action, some kind of I don't even know. Like they're stuck on this snowed in ranch, but then mysterious dangers keep popping up, or like animals are mysteriously hurt. Um and you know who it is, so it's not like that type of mysterious.
Yeah.
But it gives it another like level of tension,
Mm-hmm.
because you never know like what they're gonna do next. Um so I enjoyed that way more than I enjoyed the forbidden part of it, because I
Mm-hmm.
don't know, I didn't care about the side characters, so I was like, it doesn't feel too forbidden for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like I was like, we're not really breaking this dude's heart because he's already garbage to begin with.
Yeah.
I
I mean, he kind of redeemed himself in the end, but even that felt a little too quick.
like for me, if you're gonna steal someone's identity, I like, you know what I mean? Like it just, the whole thing to me just kind of felt icky.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
don't
know.
know. I don't think his character gets a book, but I'm kind of like hoping he doesn't.
That's actually what I'm trying to figure out right now. Is I
I know Storm does. Um, and it's Layla's friend. What
mm-hmm.
was her name? Sarge? She called
Ooh,
her Sergeant or Sarge or something like that.
yeah,
Um, Sage. Oh my god. And I'm pretty sure that's like a step uncle niece
mm-hmm.
romance. And I feel like that has more potential, maybe, because I'm sure there's like family drama somewhere in there.
Oh, for sure.
Um, so I think I'm excited for that. I do want to continue, because
I
like
do
I
too.
said, I didn't hate this at all. It was just your run of the mill. If you enjoy a book, a age gap ex-boyfriend's dad with a lot of spice,
Yeah,
and it's like only character driven, then I think this might be for you. If you like your contemporary romance to
we're
be
there.
thick, where you like spend as much time with them as possible, then yeah, I think this is for you. I think I might just be spoiled with like all the fantasy romances I've been reading.
And that was my problem too, because coming off of reading so many fantasy romances back to back to back to back, that like sliding back into contemporary was a little difficult for me.
And I don't even think I've read, what have I read so far this month? I don't even remember. Hang on.
Okay.
I've read, oh, I have. Okay, I read Silver and Smoke, an arc of that this month.
Yeah.
So
I read Dire Bound on
oh,
Wings and Blood, and I'm reading The Serpent and the Wings of Night by Krista Broadbent right now.
I was gonna ask,
So
yeah, I was gonna ask you, do I need to read Direbound?
yeah,
I thought you were gonna say no.
you absolutely do.
Okay. Also, I think the book I read before I picked up Chasing the Wild was House of Rain by Harley LaRue.
Okay.
And I think going from something that is so atmospheric, like heavily atmospheric,
Yeah.
um, to something that you could easily listen to while doing chores around the house, which I did.
Yeah.
And again, this has its place in time.
For sure.
And again, I liked it.
Yes.
um,
I just think that you and I read very rich, well built worlds and stories, and then tried to go back to contemporary romance.
and maybe it was like I wasn't quite in the mood for that,
Yeah.
but I forced myself to pick it up anyways because I was like, I need to get this read and I want to make sure that it's done because I'm like, time's getting away from me this month.
Yes, it is. I promise, I swear that like I'm like, wow, are we ever gonna get to Thanksgiving break? And then I'm like, wait, Thanksgiving break's literally next week. How did we get here this fast? It's crazy how fast everything's going.
Yeah. I, if this had been like a 300 page, again, okay, so I just finished uh my arc of All Superheroes Need Photo Ops by Elizabeth Stevens.
Okay.
And that is a like monster alien rom-com, 300 pages, perfect length. Oh
Yeah.
my god. If this had been 300 pages, I think my opinion would, or my rating would be a little bit higher.
Yeah.
I really don't understand why we spent so much time because it it dragged for me.
Yeah, and it's really
Even
too because like we pointed out in the beginning, I'm usually the one who's like, why is this 400 or 500 pages? Because here's the thing. When I pick up a fantasy romance, I know why it's 500 pages, right? I am like, okay, I totally get that. For me, contemporaries that are like over 400 or over, usually difficult for me because I'm like, okay, I don't, even if it's a secret society, I don't have to learn so much because it's still kind of based in the world that I live in. So, but this one, I just kept being like, okay, how many more pages do I have left? Like, how far? Like, I was just so caught up in the fact that I'm like, wow, like, we're still here.
I think if this hadn't been on audio, I'd still be reading it because it was just, it really, again, because there is no gripping, I don't want to say plot. N- It's just so relationship based and so character driven that I'm just like, it kind of felt like we were on the rinse and repeat cycle for a
Yes.
little bit.
Yeah.
Which I get, like, not much can happen in a snowed in, like, forced proximity situation,
Yeah. No, for sure.
but maybe trim some fat off the the meat here. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it was just way, not even way too long. It was just too long.
Yeah. It was just too long. And I don't think I would have felt the same way, like, if I felt differently about the conflict in the story, too, because, like, you can write a really good, like, suspenseful conflict that I'm super into and, like, I would read more of. But like, we both agreed it just didn't have that. And so I didn't hate it, but I didn't love it.
Yeah, like the book I mentioned that I read from her previously,
Hmm.
I think it's 600 plus pages. It's a really thick book. But I flew through it because it felt like there was a lot, not necessarily a lot happening, but the pace of it all just kept like at a really high speed for me. And it didn't do that.
Yeah. So, because like I said, I read Dire Bound this week. I'm pretty sure I started it Sunday, finished it like Monday night or Tuesday. And it's 654 pages, and that's super intimidating. But baby, we were moving, okay. And that last 100 pages effed me up in a really good way though, because I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to read the next one because a lot of what they revealed at the end of the book, which I can't tell you till you read it, but a lot of what they reveal at the end of the book is like what I love in a fantasy romance. And so I'm like, oh, this is it. So, but that's the thing, like, and I have been enjoying cowboy romances, so I was really excited about this one too, because I'm like, oh, cowboy ranch, like, I'm into it. But I just think that, like, it's okay. And you know what? Okay, books have their own place in this world as well.
I mean, it was satisfactory. And it did what it listen, if any argument can be said, and if anything you take from this, it did what it came here to do. Nothing more, nothing less.
Yeah. Like,
So
now,
it can't be fault.
yeah, no, would I consider when I'm out of my hyperfixation of fantasy romance right now? Because, like, I just literally keep picking up. I finished Direbound, picked up on Wings of Blood. Finished that, started, like, I've just been boom, 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 right? So maybe once I get back into, like, a little bit more of a small town hyperfixation, I might try rereading this or just, like, listening to it on audio and being like, okay, maybe it was my mood.
And it's very possible.
Because, you know, this is what I like. We read these tropes and we were like, obviously, like, these are tropes that you and I usually are like,
Yeah.
So
I
that's
think
why I think that's also too why I'm just a little bit bummed, because I'm like, dang it, like, it had
yeah,
the perfect makings.
I went in with not super high expectations, but again, because I read her previously,
Mm-hmm.
I was at least somewhat familiar with what she can do, but I hadn't read a like contemporary
Yeah.
from her. Um, so I had mid to high expectations, and I think they were just I was asking too much from it.
Yeah, and I think I did the same thing. And also, too, a lot of people talk about this, and a lot of people, you know what I mean? So I was just like, oh, okay, like, popular, it got picked up. It's in Barnes
Yep.
and Noble. You know what I mean? I'm like, okay, indie to trad pipeline, like, okay. And so, yeah, I did go into it probably with higher expectations than I would normally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I again, this is one of those usually we fall on I the side of I hate it, or okay, I get the hype, I'm obsessed too.
Yeah.
We don't normally fall in the middle,
No, we
but
don't.
for this one we did.
Yeah, like, because yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
Um my favorite character, Layla.
yes, I loved her.
Least favorite character, Case, and then the Pearson brothers, obviously.
Yeah.
There was really,
Obviously.
I mean, other than the chick that Case thought that he knocked up, there was like no
Oh,
other
the
bad guys.
Cheyenne chick. That's why I keep thinking the name Cheyenne, because her name was Cheyenne, or Shy, or whatever he called her as a nickname. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm like, where did she come up? Like, yeah, I remember now.
Favorite scene, I put the night of the bonfire, when she's like, I think she's wearing like, I don't know, short shorts, like pajama shorts and a
Mhm.
tank top, and she's still kind of drunk, and she's like, I think going to check to make sure that he had made it inside,
Yeah.
um, and he's like, is sitting in the dark with a gun on his lap or something, like, where do you think you're going dressed like that? Um, and then things kind of get hot and heavy. I really enjoyed the tension in that scene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I I mean, I liked the scene where she graduates
Oh
and
yeah.
he shows up, because, you know, like, the conflict too of her, like, not wanting to give her dreams up to, like, be with him. You know what I mean? So, like, the fact that he took the time to, like, be like, no, like, I need you in my life and all of that. So I was just like, how cute. Took
Yeah,
us
it
a
was
hot
sweet.
minute to get there, but
Yeah,
cute.
sure did. Favorite quotes.
I
I
picked a
put
really sappy one for this. Are you surprised?
No.
Well, it's not really like violent but sappy at the same time.
One of the ones that I put down was when she leaves.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and he says, find that sweet spot, Angel. Take your aim and hit that target. You can be anything you want. I have no doubt you'll succeed. That good heart of yours is tougher than you think. If you can survive an old bastard like me, you can reach the stars and have them falling at your feet too.
I like that one. I did enjoy that quote. Um, I'd rather stab myself in the eye than be the person who causes her to have tears in hers again. She deserves so much goddamn better.
I will say the mouth on that man.
Whoa! My goodness.
If you like a dirty talker,
Yes, this is honestly, if you were really into dirty talkers, like he definitely ranks up there.
I didn't go into like my what to expect list, but if you like dirty talk, if you like breeding kink without pregnancy, if
Yes.
you like she calls him daddy a couple of times. It's not too heavy,
Yeah.
uh, but she does call him daddy a couple of times. Let's see. Praise a little bit, like very light degradation.
Yeah.
I think those are the only like kinks in this book that I can think of. But if you like all that,
Do we have a book for you?
yeah. Um, yeah, I think that's it for me.
That's it for me too.
Oh, did you listen to the audio or?
Oh, I read it
Oh,
physically.
girl. I listened to it and then kind of followed along a little bit here and there. It was dual narration, so they each read their perspective, like
Yeah.
POV chapters. Um, it's pretty good. Again, nothing really to complain about, but nothing to really like obsess over or rave over either.
Yeah, it's just very like middle of the road. And you know what? It has its place in this world. It really
Yeah,
does.
I mean,
Um,
I'd buy a special edition of it if it was pretty enough.
yeah, no, it's definitely pretty enough. And like, I'm not offloading the special edition because I really like it.
Yeah. Oh, Archer said to say hi.
Oh,
He
hey.
sent me a text message.
Oh, yeah, he's
Um,
busy right now. That's right. Ugh.
yeah.
So where are we gonna do our usual December and January together in January?
Yeah, so we're skipping the live at the end of December. One, because I don't know if I'll get December's book read in December, simply because I'm gonna be gone from the 18th to like the 28th.
Yeah, you're gone for a pretty decent chunk of the month.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we had to add on another day to it. I'll explain later.
Okay.
um, but there was a whoopsie that I had told Paul about when we first made all of our reservations and stuff.
Yeah.
And I told him, okay, I'll just get into it now. We have
Perfect.
time. Um, so for our Christmas this year, we decided to take a vacation down to Orlando, revisit Universal Studios, Islands of Adventure, and obviously the new theme park, Epic.
Yep.
Um, Archer is like, he's been watching that park get built for like the last year, and he watches like all the updates, and so he's like super hyped.
Yeah.
And I was like, we had talked about going, but I was like, can we do it like when it's not balls ass hot outside? Because we've done like 3 vacations down in Florida now during June, and I'm like, I just want to die. Okay, like
Yeah, it's
uh,
the worst time to come visit here.
I enjoy, obviously I enjoy vacation, but I'm just like, if we're gonna be
It's
outside,
it's so hot.
I'm like, I just want to be able to like enjoy the experience and not be boiling.
Yeah.
Um, anyway, so we made all the reservations like at the beginning of this year, and I noticed, so we fly down on the 18th.
Mm-hmm.
That's just like a travel day, and then we check into one of the like premier hotels because we wanted Fast Pass or Lightning Lane or whatever it's called. We stayed there for 5 days, and then so we were supposed to spend Christmas Eve and Christmas Day in Epic Universe.
Okay.
And then we were going to fly out on the 26th.
Okay.
Well, we made the reservations, and I noticed that they had the Epic, like when we called and made the reservations and stuff, she was like, "Do you want to add on lightning lanes for Epic?" And I'm like, yeah, it's expensive as all hell, but like we're only there for 2 days, and
Yeah.
I know Christmas is like one of the busiest times of year. So I'm just like, if that's available, 1000% we want to do that to get the best,
Yeah.
experience possible. Anyways, I noticed that they had put the Fast Pass on like the 20, starting the 25th. So it would go the 25th and 26th. And I said, listen, Paul, you need to call them because it's going to sell out.
Yes.
And he's like, no, no. He's like, no, it'll be fine, be fine. He calls them back in October. Yeah, they sold out like months ago. And I'm like, okay, great. So they can't change it. So we had to add on another day so that like we had to book another hotel for the 26th.
Mm-hmm.
So the 24th, that was going to be our first day. It's just going to be a chill day. We'll find something to do.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, so we had to. So Christmas Day, we're spending it in the Helios.
Okay.
And then the 26th, the hotel we added on, I was like, let's just go across the street to like the Terra Luna or whatever.
Yeah.
So that's what we did.
Ugh, you guys are gonna have so much fun.
I hope so. Listen, the first time that we went down there, well, not the first time, because the first time Archer was like, oh, okay, yeah. The first time we went down there was when we went with like the entire family, like Paul's mom and dad, his brother
Yeah.
came. We drove down there. And like the first day of our vacation, like that morning we're driving to the park and I get a call saying that my grandfather had collapsed and he ended up passing away while we were down there.
Yep.
And then the second time that we came down there, on the way back home, I got really, really sick. And luckily, before I even got sick, I was already like, you know this, I was already like, my body was rejecting this vacation.
It
My
was.
feet were so swollen from all the walking we were doing.
Yep.
And I had a scalp sunburn because, like an idiot, I put my hair in braids and then went to Volcano Bay and
Yep.
forgot to put sunscreen on. And so I had blisters and scabs
Yep.
all on my scalp. Anyways, like the night, so we split that drive because we drove down there again.
Yeah.
And we drove to Atlanta and then back home. And it was like,
Mhm.
I don't know, 7-hour travel days each.
Yeah.
Well, that night that we got back to Atlanta, I remember feeling really, really off. And like, I was like, I just don't feel good. And I remember like that night we surprised Archer with like tickets to the new Jurassic World movie.
Mm-hmm.
Standing in line at the concessions being like, man, my throat feels funny.
Oh no.
The next morning woke up fever of the ages.
Uh-huh.
And then I don't remember the drive back at all. Like at all. I remember being in the front seat and I'm like, Paul, I can't get warm. I can't get warm. And it's June in the South and I'm like, I am freezing.
Yeah. And you know it's hot as hell out there.
Yeah. And so I have like the heat blowing on me. I have a blanket on me and I slept the entire way home. And then I get in the tub. Yeah, it turns out I had COVID. So I immediately sequestered myself in the guest bedroom.
Yep.
I think Paul got it, but Archer didn't.
Yeah, Paul got sick, but Archer didn't. I remember that because you were like, I can't believe this.
And then, of course, this last time we came down, we went to Disney, and
Yep.
Archer got sick
Yep.
on the day that you came down to meet us. And I'm like, and so this time I'm like, okay, Grandpa died. I got sick. Archer got sick. Paul, you're not allowed to get sick.
No, he's not.
Nothing is allowed to happen on this vacation.
No, it's not.
I'm going to crash out.
You should, because at that point, it's just ridiculous.
I will be, like, I was already kind of stocked up, but I wasn't stocked up for what Archer had.
Yeah.
Obviously, because you took me to CVS or Walgreens or whatever.
Yep.
And so you best believe my suitcase will look like a pharmacy aisle for this trip. I'm not playing around.
As it should.
So, yeah, anyways, long story short, yes, we will be we're skipping the live for December just so that everyone can enjoy their vacation, their holiday.
Yep.
And then we'll just do December and January's book in one live at the end of January.
Yeah, we probably need to start picking books for next year.
Listen, I got December's picked.
Yeah. After much angst, December is chosen.
Listen, I knew I wanted a fantasy.
Yeah.
I just have so many unread fantasies on my shelf that it was so hard to choose. And then I was like, I had it narrowed down to 5, and I sent you a picture saying, hey, I've narrowed it down to 5. But yeah, I ended up choosing a book that it's a series that I've wanted to start for a really, really long time. I hear amazing things about it. It's got like Beauty and the Beast vibes, so I know that we're both here for that. It's it's Why Choose. I think it's Faye. But yeah, I think it's a 4-book series. I think it might be completed. I don't know if there's any more.
I think so. Let me see. Yeah.
Is it complete? Because I swear I thought I might have seen like an announcement for like book 6 or book 5.
So this is funny. There's 6 books.
Mm-hmm.
One's a prequel novella though, but it's tagged as book 6 and is out. And then book 5 doesn't come out till April 21st.
Okay, so this isn't
5.5 with almost complete.
Almost complete? Okay.
Yeah.
Anyways, I chose Bonded by Thorns by Elizabeth Helen.
So funny.
Yeah, I'm
excited.
Yeah, I hear amazing things about it, and since I've gotten this like Moonlight edition, I've been like really, really wanting to start it. So, and I think this is one of the ones that I like kept telling myself, like, I'm gonna at least start the series before the year ends. So, yay!
Look at us starting the series before the year ends. Also, I am having this weird crisis.
Mm-hmm.
And I really shouldn't be because, like, who actually cares? But I looked at the Goodreads Choice Awards, obviously, just so I can know why everybody's crashing out about it because I have to be in the know, right? And tell me why I looked at the romance category and was like, do I even read romance? Because I've read, like, 1 book that's on that list. And I've read well over 150 books this year, and I'm like...
I will tell you that's me with, like, every single year of the Goodreads, like, romance section.
I'm like...
the Choice Awards. I it's so focused on.
It's a popularity contest.
It really is. It's focused on what's the most popular, and then also, hmm, aren't like all of them or most of them traditionally published?
There's a good
Like,
portion of them that are child published. Now, I
and I
will
think
say,
that's
like, Elsie Silver's on the list, and we know she does both indie and trad. So it's like
yeah,
they do kind of, and Kennedy Ryan does indie and trad. But and I love that she's nominated because she should be nominated,
yeah.
right? But I'm looking at this list, like Lucy Score's on here, Carly Fortune's on here, Megan Quinn. I'm not hating on any of it, but I'm just like, Anna Huang's on here. Ren Weaver's on here twice. One for Scythe and Sparrow, and then the other for Taurus season. So I'm just like, I don't know. Like I was looking at it and I was just like, wow, am I even a romance reader? Just like obviously being dramatic because I do read romance, but I was just like, am I so out of touch? But also too, like I don't think I am because
I feel like I don't read what the general population reads.
no.
I don't know.
That's
If there
okay.
was like uh if there was like a indie romance or like indie dark romance, and then it went from like subgenre to subgenre of romance, then maybe I would be hitting more, but I don't know.
Yeah, no, it was just funny. I was just like, I have to talk to Jess about it. Just not because like I really am having a crisis, but just because I think it's so funny that I've read so many books that are romance books, but not according to
Is
Goodreads.
is House of Rain on there?
No.
That's a fucking travesty.
Let me be clear, there's a lot of things that are a travesty. And I don't think you and I have time to get into it because it's like actually insane. How many things just like didn't get nominated. And also too, the fact that 3 Harry Potter fan fictions ended up on the romantasy list pisses me the F off as well. And I
Yeah.
promise you, I'll burn the world. I won't burn the world down, but I'll have something to say about it if they win.
And the likelihood of it is
I
pretty
mean,
damn high.
it's pretty damn high, but it's also up against Shield of Sparrows by Devaney Perry and Onyx Storm by Rebecca Yaros. So there is a chance that they could lose.
See, I think the Devaney Perry is like the only one on that list that I've read.
Yes, I can tell you it is the only one on that list you've read. I read before it all started. The Night and the Moth I had read. Onyx Storm I read. Silver Elite I read. Mate I read. And then the rest of them I didn't. So
okay,
I read
another one that is traditionally published and hasn't been on that isn't on that list. That's another travesty. Is the first book of the arc that I in the series I just finished. All Superheroes Need PR by Elizabeth Stevens. That should have been on the list. 1000%.
Okay, so I have to add that to my TBR. Got it.
Don't worry, it already is.
Okay. Thank you for taking care of that for me.
Yes, you're welcome. I will be finalizing your December TBR here soon.
The Wrath in the Fallen Gods and Monsters book 4 is on the list, which love to see that making it. But also too, you and I have only read book 1 and 2. I haven't continued, so I don't know. Is book 4 worth it or not, girl? I don't know because I haven't gotten there.
Love to see it. However, I have so much trepidation going into that. I'm so hopeful that since it's been picked up by a traditional publishing house, that the editing will be better.
Yes.
I
hope so.
But I haven't read it yet, so therefore cannot tell you. Because that was a series, and did you see? I'm pretty sure Moonlight next year is going to be continuing. I'm probably gonna buy them. Let's be let's be honest. Because I enjoy the romance, and I enjoy the characters, and I enjoy the storyline. But oh my god, the editing just so killed what could have been 5-star reads, and I've never been so mad in my life.
Yeah, I've really never wanted to crash out about editing as much before in my life, but I do know that I think they went back and re-released them when she was going indie to trad. So I'm hoping when I pick up book 3 that I feel better or just like differently about it.
I guess we'll see. I mean, I'm going in kind of already with like a magnifying glass ready. You know
Yeah,
what I
which is
mean?
like such a bummer because we
It
love
is.
them. We love them. And it's just like, like fix it so that we can love them more.
Yeah.
That
I
was a
mean,
tough one.
you want to know what I just realized?
What?
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7. I've read 7 books and so far this month, and 5 of them have been 5 stars. I've been killing it this month.
I love that for you.
I do too. Ugh.
On blood. I did read that one.
But yeah, I'm pretty sure I put all superheroes need PR on your list.
Oh, I love that for me.
Yes, I sure did.
I sure did. Okay.
Um,
Okay. Well, it's been taken care of then.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10. I have 13 on the list so far. I know you said 17. I don't know if I can do 17.
Okay.
So I might just cap it at 13.
Okay.
Okay.
Sounds perfect. I'm excited. I have some guesses, but also too, I feel like it's still gonna kind of be random ones in there that I'm like, oh yeah, that makes a lot of sense for Jess. But
Yeah. I'm really trying to, I don't want to say push your buttons.
I mean, you can. If I don't like it, I'll just text you and be like, listen.
I'm trying to expand like things that I know that you already love. I'm trying to expand that a little bit.
Okay.
And by that I mean aliens.
Yeah. I was like, it's either monsters or aliens.
Well, you already know monsters is on there.
Yeah. I mean, I got my Zoe Draven set from Fake Crate, and now I'm like, do I need to get back to my alien roots and like read some more? Maybe we could do something for book club. I don't know. I haven't even started thinking about next year, but like you and I both know that December was the last one we had picked out at this point.
Yeah, well, we already have Archers picked out for next year for June. Because he's already made dibs.
Because we should have the book that we've been waiting for that moment.
Yeah. But when we FaceTime next week, we can make plans for next year.
I'll start getting some ideas.
Sounds good.
Okay. I'm gonna go stuff my face because it's 7:50 here and I'm hungry.
Yeah, go eat.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.